Lancers. Welcome to Daily Basketball. As our Laville Lancers defend their court against the Culver Cavaliers on homecoming night. Laville will be wearing their new white jerseys with blue numbers, while Culver Community will be rocking their classic black jerseys with orange numbers. The excitement for homecoming has been building for Laville for 2 weeks, and it was announced our original homecoming game would be delayed 2 Fridays ago. Our boys come in still savoring that 83-75 victory over South Bend Career Academy. That was a game that saw 3 young Lancers hit double-digit scoring and a complete team effort for the win. Tonight is another milestone for our freshman phenom, Colin Zarnecki. He's at 142 points on the freshman season, and he's ready to make a splash in his first homecoming. Lucas Plummer is coming off his career high with an 18-point effort. If these two can shoot the ball like that tonight, the classic Edison defense will step in and be able to clinch another win for the Lancers. Culver Community will look to last year for their pathway to success. That team, the last time we met up, Culver beat the Lancers by 1 point in a nail-biting second-half effort. Culver's mix of role players and shooters will be highlighted by Emiliano Ortiz and Mason Herbert. The tandem seems to find open lanes consistently, and that Culver trap defense will make this game one you won't want to turn away from. Joining me tonight is the voice of Lancer basketball, my favorite statistician, and the only man I know who really bleeds Lancer blue. Seems like a serious condition he should get checked out. Ray Wanger. Stick with us for opening lineups in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and join the Lancer Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Nicholas Lido as we honor America by the playing of our national anthem. For tonight's varsity contest between the Culver Cavaliers and your Laville Lancers. Now speak tonight's starting lineup, beginning with the Culver Cavaliers. Starting one guard, 5'11" junior, Ethan Keller.
Ethan Keller, 5'11" junior, coming in.
6' junior, number 12.
Emilio Ortiz, 6' junior, one of the leading scorers for Culver Community this year. Shane Schumann, another junior, coming in at 6 foot as well. Mason Herbert, that's the 6'4" junior that's also leading the club in scoring this season. And Marquez Anderson, senior. Now there are 3 seniors on this team. He's the one that gets the starting nod tonight.
Mostly juniors and seniors in their lineup, huh, Coach? On the whole roster.
It's a good way to build.
Lucas Plummer's picking up a score and got it up to 8-4. averaging 5.4 rebounds. Ross on a career high the other night. Really got us off to a good start. 12 points in the first half, 13 maybe. Collins averaging 14-2, 3.6 boards. Just doing it all for us. Ryan James, a guy that you cannot get off the floor. He doesn't score, he doesn't shoot. He's picked up on his ball handling a lot better though. Colin Allen, he's our enforcer, 3-6, 3-6, scoring, rebounding.
He does Colin Allen stuff under the net.
He does. Yeah, you could say that.
Laville tonight.
Put your hands together. It's time
He's
for
one
Leinster
that
basketball.
I believe his first year playing last year on varsity was kind of just because of his size. And I think now he's starting to develop some of that basketball IQ.
Savvy, sure.
That's coming with it, and really making himself a pretty well-rounded player.
We should have Garrett Wagner available tonight too. I talked to Gary. He says, I'm going to give it a go. He said, how you feeling? He says, I'm feeling pretty good. So look for number 34, Garrett Wagner, to make an appearance tonight.
I don't know if he is feeling pretty good or if he's just that tough of a young man.
Both.
Yep.
I don't think he would lie to me, would he? Talking to Ron Jeremiah, writer for the Plymouth Pilot News, these Culver guys can play. There's some guys on this team that can play, even though the record doesn't indicate it. They're only 3-10. Lost to Oregon Davis 2 nights ago. 1-3 in the conference, but watch out.
Well, Scott Shearer does a really good job lighting up these games, and you can actually see where he'd mentioned that Culver Community has been building this program. They've had a solid JV.
Undefeated last year, I believe.
And now their varsity team is really starting to inherit some of that same mentality. Not the Culver Community of old, that's for sure.
Well, as you indicated, it was 2 years ago. They knocked us out of the top of the conference just by beating us in a late season contest.
Number 45,
Now, who's going to be the first player we see off the bench tonight, Coach?
Better be number 11. Number 11, Mr. Smith.
Oh, you stole my answer. I'll go with 23. I don't mind seeing Michael Good get out there.
Oh, no, Michael Good has definitely earned some playing time. Second Lancer turnover.
Lucas Plummer saving that possession, though.
Lucas Plummer's averaging 1.2 steals, high on the team. No score yet, 6:46 here, opening quarter. Couple empty possessions on each side. Lancers playing what I would consider a matchup man-to-man, if there is such a thing. They play man, but they'll switch on guys cutting. And then Jason Breeden told us, traveled, there's 2 turnovers apiece. Jason Breeden, coach of Argus, told us, I never thought I'd see Lakeland coming out with a 1-3-1 zone defense. Oh, beautiful. That was a nice tip. Credit Colin Allen for that.
Colin Zarnicki will get the 2 points, showing his age a little bit out there, huh? His maturity
basket.
coming in as a freshman.
That's an assisted rebound, if there was such a thing, to Colin Allen. He tipped that to him. That was a very heady play. A little bit of the Edison influence coming out there. Culver very nearly threw it away the third time.
Marquez Anderson, the senior, kind of showing a little bit of his poise as he was able to bounce that off of Ryan James's foot down there. Ryan James undeterred, though.
He's a determined young man.
There we go, Lucas Plummer. Lucas Plummer with another big move.
Saved us a turnover. Saved us a possession.
Ross Wagner going for those threes that we learned he can make.
He went up with a lot of confidence the other night against Career Academy. Oh, threw it away. Gracious. 3 turnovers. Nonetheless, Laville's got an early 2-0 lead. Cheerleaders and pep band here tonight. How about that, Coach?
Yeah, we've got a full squad out there. It was great seeing the homecoming court.
We do. We got a pretty decent crowd on the other side from us, opposite side from us.
A lot of
Homecoming
Lancer
night.
alumni walking around. Saw Reba Beeler,
Saw her.
Kate Beam.
Saw him as well.
Yeah, those are the only 2 that acknowledged me. Evan Batcher was out here, so maybe 3 of them did. I'm sure there are a few walking around somewhere that I didn't catch up with.
Substitution for the Lancers, number 11, Owen Smith.
Krishna Farver, class of 2015, is here. Saw her earlier. Great kid.
That's the year before I got here.
Right on cue, number 11, Owen Smith's in the ball game. Lucas Plummer. Now that's playing within yourself right there. He did not rush that at all. 5-0 Lancers early.
No, this would be a really good time to see a Lucas Plummer turnaround.
He played really, really confidently the other night against Career. I mean, he was driving, he was dishing, he was doing a lot of good things for us. Yet another turnover for Culver. That's their 3rd. Talking to Owen Smith earlier today, I said, give me a rundown. Said, well, we got 2 teams with pretty poor records, but
Number 4, Ethan Keller.
and they play a razzle-dazzle 2-3 defense on us. But he was pretty confident that Lancers were going to do a good job tonight, just like your. Oh, get that ball out, going. 4th Lancer turnover. We got to clean that up. That's our youth showing. Coach Edison is just rocking his head back and forth, kind of smiling in derision, I think. He doesn't like it, but Culver returns the favor. Mason Herbert, the 6'4 junior, throws it away.
Substitution for Culver, number 54, Austin Zane.
Austin Zahner, 6'4. He's a big fella.
Yeah, right now I think they've got 7 juniors on the court between the 2 teams, and you're going to see mistakes like that when you don't have all the seniors loaded out there.
Owen Smith just couldn't get the roll. Owen Smith is a good athlete. Nice rebound right there. The Zahner name has been around Culver for antiquity.
That's like the Batcher name here at Laville. Oh, Lucas Plummer, that's another one for him tonight.
Nice pass. And he gets rewarded with a rebound basket. Lucas playing well within himself.
Is that 5 points on the night already?
I do. They cannot find the basket, Culver. Doesn't mean they won't. 7-0. 2:56 here in the opening quarter.
You had the first one. I've got the second one. There comes Mikey Fantastic. Let's see him make a couple plays tonight.
I am looking forward to seeing him develop. Talked to him earlier in the week. He was very appreciative of the support that we offer, as it does all Lancerland.
Oh, look at how high Lucas can get on those
Lucas
passes.
got some hops, doesn't he? He's a very good athlete.
Now that he's really starting to kind of feel it, I mean, that just brings a whole new dynamic, doesn't it?
Nice passing, Lancers. Very nice
Hey,
unselfish play.
put 2 on the board for Ryan James.
I just did, buddy.
And a rebound. Give him a rebound.
Anything that Ryan James gave us from the scoring column is a bonus, because, as I said, you just cannot keep him off the court. 9-0 here, Lancers pitching a shutout with winding down to 2 minutes, opening quarter. I think that young man needs to power up.
A good recovery from Culver there. Ethan Keller has the ball now.
Michael held his ground very, very nicely there. second rebound for Owen.
Oh. I think that Joey Pizer was smacking the ball.
Substitution for Culver, number 45, Marquez Anderson.
He hit that with enough force and almost opened the door over there.
Owen puts a little ping on it too, don't you know? 5 turnovers for Lancers. Way too many here in the opening. That's a charge.
There we go.
Lucas took that charge nicely. Where does this guy get the stamina? He looks like a skinny little guy.
Yeah.
He's more wiry and sinewy than you realize.
I take that personal the way you're describing it, but
Well, I mean, he's a quarterback on the football team, for heaven's sake.
deceptively strong
Come
is
on,
Lucas
guys.
Plummer.
Be stronger with the passes. Very deceptively strong. A nicer guy does not walk our halls either. Just a wonderful young man. Not much to say.
Oh, there we go.
Michael
what
was
I like with
hammered
those
and kept
rebounds.
after it.
He's going to get himself a few more minutes starting, I think.
Oh, you are correct. This is one of my favorite lineups out there right now. I don't think.
Owen Smith saved it.
Owen Smith! 2 guys saved it on the same baseline play. Wow, I have never seen that. Woo! Owen Smith.
That's my broadcast partner out there.
How you hang. 6 Lancer turnover. He got his pocket picked. These things happen. You don't like to see them happen to your own guys.
A little bit of a learning opportunity for Ryan James. He played a little bit last year, not nearly as much as he plays this year.
Yeah, it was a surprise roster make for me. That surprised me that he had made the roster. That's what I think they should do.
All right,
Austin
that's
Zahner
Austin Zahner, first points of the night for Culver.
down with the last 15 seconds of the quarter. Hit that. Beautiful, beautiful. Lucas Plummer with 8 first half points. That's just nice basketball right there. That's an assist from Michael Good.
And this is the Lucas Plummer we've been waiting to see.
Oh, baby.
All right.
Substitution for
12-2. We're going to take a little bit of a break here between quarters, catch our breath a little bit. This has been exciting. Don't turn away because we've got more coming for you tonight here at Bailey Cox Gymnasium.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at basement basketball.
Welcome back here to Daily Cox Gymnasium. Like I said, it's a 12-2 game right now with the Lancer lead. Students
We're good
showed up in
at
full
your
force
insurance.
out there. I think
Start
they're
with Indiana
guessing
Farm
from the
Bureau
colors that
Insurance,
the theme is
online, over the
USA.
phone, or in person,
A lot of red,
and
white,
stop
blue down there.
knocking on
Flags
wood.
down there waving.
And a couple of foreign exchange students, but that's neither here nor there.
That appeals to my sense of patriotism, that's for certain.
But it is good. That's a really packed student section.
Absolutely. We need that. The players love to see that. Does it help the performance? I believe it does. There's a nice move right there.
I think that's Emiliano Ortiz.
Everything I've heard say, yes, we really feed off that. Nice moves.
Give 2 to Colin.
Colin Cernecki, 14-4 here. Oh. Almost had a steal the first time, did get a steal that time. 7th Culver turnover. 7:14 here. Let's take care of the ball and get a good shot. Like that. Might have gotten away with the travel. Fourth foul here in the first half. Only 0 fouls for the Lancers.
I'd like to see him keep that going. Oh, Collins Zarnecki.
Talk to me. Inbounds play.
I looked it up earlier. Zarnecki is actually a Swahili term. It means highlight reel.
Well, you know, they don't call his mom the Tsar for nothing. Excellent, excellent, excellent geometry teacher. Maybe the best in the world. 34, Garrett Wagner making his presence felt. Before he even broke a sweat, he got in the foul column. That's okay. Let him know you're there. Ethan Keller drains the first. Let him know you're there, Garrett. Don't foul him nicely.
Protect the ribs a little bit, but
Does Garrett ever?
there he goes.
Atta boy.
Makes his presence felt right away, doesn't he?
Oh, that's a 3, baby. 2 on Marquez Anderson. That's going to be a 3. He's going to see the bench.
So with number 45, Marquez Anderson. Kyle Zarnecki to the line, shooting 3.
17-5 here.
There we go.
Colin going for a 2-touchdown lead right here.
He played that sport too.
Substitution for Culver, number 22.
Yeah.
James Schumann.
I think his brother knows a little bit of something about kicking too, huh? Leighton Zarnecki holds the school record for field goal distance.
There we go. 2 for 3.
Suddenly he's got 9 points for the Lancers, leading scorer.
It's 151 on the season now.
Lucas got 8 for us.
Can you imagine that as a freshman? He's at 150 points already. And we've still got games to play.
Lots of games to play. Well, he's by far our leading scorer, the only one in double digits, and has been from this opening tip of the season, essentially. He's been our major scoring threat. For a while, he was our only scoring threat. Now we've got guys picking it up.
I was a little worried about how we would take on that freshman pressure, but it seemed like it just unfazed. I give a little bit of credit to Ortiz there, getting 2 more free throws. And he brings it 19-7.
Comes up with a steal.
And he just seems to be in the right place at the right time over and over.
Owen with a decisive rebound.
Oh, Lucas Plummer with a spin move down there.
He can do a lot of things with the basketball. He can forward, backward, sideways. That's the litmus test for me. Don't get caught in the corner, Garrett. You know better than that. Drops it off to.
I really liked how Lucas Plummer.
I think that stays right here. Garrett, way to go for that ball, Garrett Wagner.
Lucas was able, if you look, he actually shifted into his spot.
Absolutely.
He knew that where he wasn't really his shooting angle.
Absolutely. Michael Good.
And again, that's just more of that confidence starting to come out this season.
He knows what he wants to do out there. The whole team's got to turn down. Has to cut down on their turnovers, but we knew that coming in. A young team, you're going to turn the ball over. That's the 6th team foul here, so we'll be shooting after this. Last I checked, our assist to turnover ratio was about 1/3. You'd like to see that about 1-to-1. Yeah. Terrible.
Why'd you mention that ratio? Yeah, that's a number I think is going to change drastically next year.
Oh, no. Back-to-back
another.
turnovers. This is what we can't do. That's 9 for the Lancers here early. 19-9. 3 here, and Culver's going to be feeling pretty good about things.
We've got a lot of sophomores and juniors down there.
Yes,
I think
we
as they
do.
start to play together more and more.
It's all about experience. Ooh, that was a tough move right there.
I wouldn't be able to make that on a video game, but he was able to make those go in.
6 points for that young man early. That was a nice move. I didn't think he had a chance on that shot. Yeah, it's on us. That's another turnover. Going to get Ross going over the back for that pass. The defensive guy has as much right to the ball as the offensive guy. Michael Edison wants to have a timeout here and talk about this thing before it gets. It's only a 30. We'll keep it right here. We don't want to see this get. We don't want Culver feeling good about themselves. But that's 3 straight turnovers by the Lancers.
And Culver's made the most of those turnovers too. They've worked back into an 8-point game here.
Yes, they have.
They're able to keep the momentum. They've worked their way back into the game.
They scored 9 points in this quarter already. Lancers just 7. Offense is oftentimes as a result of good defense. And we're seeing that from Culver right here in this stretch of the second quarter. Probably one of our more athletic teams in there. Every one of those guys is a football player except Ryan James. He's a soccer player.
Different type of football, right? That one's on Oliver Morgan for those two.
Collins handling the ball this time. Got to hold on to that ball. Got to hold on to it. That's your most prized possession. 11 first half turnovers here. We've got to clean that up.
Culver's defense has really started to put some fits over with Laville already.
This is a conference game. These guys have been playing only for about 55 years or so. Every year, they're feisty. They're gonna fight. Both teams are gonna fight.
Well, when you've got smaller size schools like this too, we know each other from other sports.
Sure.
A little bit of that animosity starts to build up between the two.
Yes. And it's a good thing to see. There's no hatred here. There's no violence or anything. It's a good thing.
Competitive drive.
Competitive, sure. That's a 5 count. Very nearly.
There, you get that ball, Lucas.
Ooh, Michael thought about it. He can do it too. Oh, you got to hang on to that.
I wish he'd done it now. Collins Zarnecki just completely
stayed with it, didn't he?
Oh, good handle, Ryan James.
He did the best he could with that, didn't he?
He did.
They're going to get Lucas on the foul. It's only the Lancers' 4th team foul.
Austin
19-13.
Zahner coming back in, taking the spot of Shane Schumann.
Oh, talk about skying. I got him for 4 boards here in the first half.
You can see that defense for
Scrappy,
Culver just
very,
swarms
very
wherever the
scrappy.
ball is.
2-3 zone. Kind of a razzle-dazzle 2-3. I don't have a problem.
Ryan James.
And he hacked him. I don't have a problem with that shot.
Me either. I've seen Michael Good make those in practice.
I have too. 19-13. Culver's taking it to the Lancers here in the second half. They're just they had a pretty big hole to dig out of.
Michael and Ross Wagner, they both kind of like that corner shot when they go for the three.
Winding down to 2:15 here in the second quarter.
Student section just getting louder and louder as the night goes on.
Kind of trying to get on their nerves a little bit. Lancers are kind of zoning it now too. Uh-oh, that's a three. That's a three, I'm afraid. Ryan James second.
Number 4, Ryan James. Leland Ortiz to the line for Culver. Shooting 3.
Going for points 7, 8, and 9. Makes it look easy at the line, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
It's a way to get him right back in this game.
I was just thinking I would have been a lot better at basketball if I could have played like he does.
The Wenger curse never fails. I would have been a lot better at basketball if I could just play. Lucas says, not on my time, you don't.
Lucas Palmer gets so high for those rebounds, but you look when he comes in, he gets down so low with that ball. He gets it all the way down to the floor.
Yeah, a complete ball player. He can do a lot of things for you that are good on the basketball floor. Right now, I'd like to see a basket from anybody to break this tide instead of a turnover. Number 13 for the Lancers. I've got us for 7 turnovers this quarter.
We've been going through a little bit of a drought, too. We haven't scored in several minutes here in this game.
19-7, wasn't it? Oh, goodness.
Oh, man, Ethan Keller came in like a safety on that play.
Oh, we caught one there, didn't we? We're shooting, aren't we?
I think that's going to be 11 on 11.
And a 1-and-1, which adds up to 11, huh? Owen Smith going for his first points of the night. We need him, Owen. 19-14.
Substitution for Culver, number 54, Austin Zahner. Owen Smith to the line. Shooting 1 and the bonus.
Just talking with Coach Arden Balmer earlier tonight. They're calling that's an emphasis this year. It seems to me that guys in the lane, they are really trying to keep the guys out of the lane on a free throw.
I've seen a lot more traveling called the past couple weeks too. I don't know if they had a referees meeting and said we need to put a stop to this.
What you don't see as much of is double dribbling. That used to be called a whole lot more than it is. Oh, Owen missed it anyway. Boy, we are slumping. We're down under a minute, 19-14. You hit that, they're going to feel good about things.
Colin Zarnecki pulling in a rebound.
Thought that was in just a little bit too far. At least we got a shot. We didn't turn it over, but we got to get back on defense better than that. Uh-oh. Board would have been really, really nice there. If he'd have used the backboard, I mean. Come on, do it again.
Looked like 32. Mason Herbert may have just gotten his fingers on that ball when it was coming off of Owen's hand. So this looks to be the final possession, I would believe.
Oh, down under 10, 19-14. Lancers haven't scored in about 4 or 5 minutes. That wasn't a pretty quarter.
defense from the Edison team. The Edison
Well,
team
12-7
definitely helped us out a lot there, but
Yes.
we've got to see the offense pick up a little bit. Normally we would cut away between quarters here, but I think we've got something coming up. Kind of want to keep the attention on before we break the cameras away. So pay attention around half court here.
Colin Cernecki scored all 7 of our points that quarter.
Pay attention to half court here. We've actually got Robert Krzmanich. If you've seen any of our pictures on the website, on any of the various Facebook apps, any of our social media, all of that is in a large part due to Robert Krzmanich. He comes out for every sport. I've
See him here just about every ball game.
And a lot of the players really appreciate what they've got, and I don't think a whole lot of people know the man behind the curtain.
Very good at what he does, very passionate.
Little thank you that we're going to give him here at half court.
At this time, we have a very special presentation to make. A thank you for sharing the countless action photos for our school family and community to enjoy. Nice round of applause for Bob Krzmanich.
And that's not the sort of person he is. He doesn't really do it for the thank you or the gratitude. You can see he feels a little sheepish up there. That plaque he's holding says, Bob Krzmanich, thank you for sharing countless action photos for our school family and community to enjoy. And I think all of us kind of stand together as we appreciate everything he does.
Absolutely.
With that said, we are going to take a little bit of a break. You can stay tuned on NFHS. You'll see the Papa shot that they do down here. It's kind of fun to watch. Griffin Smith, Owen Smith, and Lily Smith's little brother. You can normally count on him to at least bring in one bottle.
Noah Richard just drained one. He'll probably drain the bottle before the night's over.
All right, stick with us. We'll be back for more on about 8 minutes here at Daily Fox Gymnasium.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA. High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA. You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to Daily Cox Gymnasium. Scored 19-14. Much closer second quarter than where we had the first quarter. Culver's defense really kind of slowed down that Laville offense a little bit. So far on the night, it looks like the leading scorers are the names that we told you before the game. I've got Lucas Plummer coming in at 8 points. He's got 5 rebounds, backing that up. And then Colin Zornecki with 9 points and 4 rebounds. Ryan James doing Ryan James. He's down there. He's got a couple points. He's got a couple rebounds. He's got the assists, going in there with it. Just kind of doing everything a little bit at a time. On the opposite side, Emiliano Ortiz with 7 points. He's got a rebound and an assist on his record as well. Really kind of leading the charge. He's got half the stats over there for Culver Community tonight. He's not going to be done either. Mason Herbert's going to get off the schneid. He's going to get a couple points on the evening as well. So the Lancers, even with a 5-point lead, this game is not in hand yet for either team.
Absolutely not. A tale of 2 quarters. Lancers couldn't get out of their own way in the second quarter. They weren't even getting shots up, much less to get them to go. They turned the ball over in that second quarter, 7 times. 8 times. That's just way too many for any one quarter. And Culver's kind of tightened it up a little. They only had 2 turnovers in the second quarter, and that's the way you get back in the game.
And rebounds is a big part of it too, and I think that's the only thing that's kind of saving grace for Laville right now. Culver Community has 8 of them. Laville 19.
Definitely out rebounding. You could tell that. I don't keep all the stats, but you could tell that just by the eye test.
We've got Lucas Plummer leading the charge on that one. He's got 5, but we've got 4 of them for Owen Smith, looking dapper down there. 4 more for Colin Zarnecki. Kind of a team focus down there.
Yes.
If you're not able to make your shots, you need to get the rebounds so we can at least get a second chance at it. And hopefully those second chances pay off here in the third quarter.
Answer possession to start the third. Let's start off with a good possession at very least. Looks like we got the original starters for both teams back in.
Figure out that passing. It just seemed like we were passing the wrong color jersey over and over.
Wrong color jersey. That drives the coach crazy. I don't care if they are freshmen, sophomores.
Colin Allen saving that one.
Go up with it.
Ryan
James.
Look.
Kidding me.
Now that's the second one on the night for Joey Pizer.
Marquez Anderson's third.
Never mind, they had a different number up there. Marquez Anderson's
I don't know how
senior.
that wasn't a shooting foul.
Substitution for Culver, number 10.
I don't know how Ryan James came down with that rebound.
I think Michael Edison might be saying the same thing.
Same type of thing. Why wasn't that a shooting foul?
He says it a little louder than we do, I believe.
A little bit more forcefully, but that wasn't intended for you, Ross. 15 Lancer turnovers. That's going to be a bugaboo. Cannot turn the ball over. It's a nice interior pass. Shannon Shulman's first basket. 19-16, Lancers haven't scored since about 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Just about a whole quarter have they gone without, including in that was 2 missed free throws. We had a good look last time down.
Oh,
We just can't get it to go now.
that's Ross's spot. I'm kind of disappointed to see that one not go in. I'm sure he's not too happy with it either.
Uh-oh, this is for the tie. Didn't get it. Number 10, Oliver Morgan whacked Ryan James on that rebound. Second for Culver here early. His first. 6:37. Kyle Evans is a fiery coach, isn't he?
He is. He's got a lot of energy down there.
Frustrated with his team, frustrated with the officials. Very competitive. Very competitive man.
Coming off a loss in a game that they felt they could have won.
Oregon Davis, a 1 point nail biter. Yeah, we got to make some things happen here. Like that. What, you think those steps were too long? You call it travel, coach? I didn't think that was a travel.
Number 32, Mason Herbert.
That's his third.
Collins Arnecki to the line, shooting 2.
There's a lot more traveling than what gets called. I think it's a pretty safe bet to say it a lot of times. And
Is there lids on these baskets on the Lancers' end?
yeah, it seems like that orange rim might be a little greased up, huh?
Holy Moses. It shrinks when you can't. You know, the basket really does shrink when you can't put it in there. It really does. It shrinks up. That's why the whole team starts shooting badly.
I think that's the last 8 points have all come from Collins Arnecki, I think.
Absolutely. He scored every point in our second quarter for us, and our first here in the third. Phew, that's a back down.
Oh,
Ryan James says, no, sir.
I think that's the fastest I've seen Ryan James move across the court with the ball, too.
If you just, nice work right there. Ross Wagner. There you go.
Collins Arnecki making that one.
I credit Ross Wagner for keeping that possession alive with a nice offensive board. Colin Sarnecki.
It was not a pretty possession, but those were 2 nice points.
No, and I agree with both of those statements. Colin with 12 points for us, leading the way, 22-16 by far, and they throw it away. So maybe they're getting the turnover bugaboo themselves. That's their 9th overall. They had 6 in the first quarter. 22-16, see if the Lancers can build off that with a nice possession. Ryan James from Ross Wagner. Coach Evans says, that's terrible. You heard him. They said he says 3 straight travels did the Lancers have.
I like Ryan James. Even when he makes the shot, he never really smiles. It's like he's been there the whole time. 3 points from Mason Herbert. He's going to make his presence felt here in the second half. You got to believe.
The man you said that the man you said was going to be heard from is heard from.
Substitution number 54, Austin Zahner. In the lineup for the Lancers,
Michael
number
Goodley
23,
coming in, making his first second half appearance, huh? Colin Allen coming out.
I've got Michael Good in class, and I'm just kind of blown away at the maturity he's got for a sophomore. Really kind of separating himself from the pack in that regard.
A real gentleman. He's grown into, of course, Mrs. Good, if you're listening, she might have a different opinion, but really a gentleman. He really is. Wonderful kid to stop in the hall and talk, and you know, there's a lot of things we could talk about, and he's always got something intelligent to say. He's grateful for the kind words, and you know, never afraid to give me a fist bump. Oh, no, after the shot. It's a shooter's game. It's a shooter's game.
Yep.
Mr. Thomas, it really is. That was a foul throw. Probably just raked his arm. 24-19, these are big points right here, midway through the third quarter. Not a well-played ball game up to this point. After the Lancers had the first quarter lead, their first quarter was very nice. Owen Smith, I like this lineup right here.
And it looked like the Lancers were kind of having their way in that first quarter, and
absolutely, we thought it was going to be a runaway.
Went from having their way to losing their way.
That's a good way of putting it.
Just a lot of those errant passes that
24-20. That's nice position right there. Shane Schumann with his second.
He went up on a strong one there.
He did. He had very nice position. Second on Oliver Morgan, fourth on the team. We have 24-22, closest we've been since the very beginning. Garrett Wagner. In for Lucas Plummer. Lucas just gonna take a little breath. Just look at things from the bench, Lucas. Okay, and let's see how we can take care of the ball a little bit better and get our offense set with you at the point, with you handling the ball.
Well, look at that pressure that Culver's putting on.
Take it. There's one guy that can take it. Garrett Wagner. Yes. Welcome back, Garrett Wagner. Woo!
He was going up against Austin Zahner on that one too. The biggest guys down there on the court, you got to believe.
Couple of big bodies going at it right there. Garrett Wagner, welcome back. Put this down. Ouch. Michael, get away. I was just afraid he hit him in the face the first time. 26-22.
Look who Michael gets right back on too. Not backing down.
Oh, Ryan's going to get a foul, I think, called on him. If he's not careful. He's aggressive. He's aggressive.
He's a pit bull down there, isn't he?
He's a pit bull, is right. And you know what? He's going to get his money's worth too. 26-22, down to 2.5 to go here in the third. Nice dish and pass. Nice ball movement there as well. Ryan
James with another rebound tonight.
Go coast to coast. What are we calling here?
They're going to give that one a jump ball.
alternate possession. Okay. That means we'll get it to start the fourth. That actually works in our favor. Emilio Ortiz has got a lot of energy, number 12 for Culver. A lot of energy out there. That young man can play.
He's fun to watch. I may not be
very fun to watch.
May not be a fan watching him play against us, but he's quite the athlete.
I always admire good ball players, no matter where they're from. Lucas Plummer back in here with under 2 minutes. Just a little look-see. Just Coach Jack Edison had a little word to say, and when Jack talks, you're going to listen. Owen Smith, find the handles on that. Beautiful, beautiful, Garrett Wagner. Oh, what a pass.
Owen Smith looking dapper down there as always.
Just a little old layup there on a Sunday afternoon. 28-22. 2-possession lead potentially. Nice hands, Owen Smith, and we get a turnover out of that. I didn't see that myself, but Owen was right there, and he does not lie. He's not going to lie. I know his mom, and his mom would get on him if he told a lie, even to the referee.
She's been subbing next to me this week. Really fun to kind of sit in the hallway and talk to a little bit.
She was my euchre partner in a win tonight. We took Owen to the woodshed. Owen and Mr. Rick Melton, we took him to the woodshed. Number 4 on Mr. Herbert, 6 overall on the team. We're going to be shooting for the last potentially 9 minutes of this quarter of this ball game.
We've got a minute left in the third quarter, 28-22. Just not able to pull away at all.
I've kind of anticipated this is Hoosier North Athletic Conference rivals. Garrett just lost handle. Garrett's given us a nice spark here in the third quarter with 2 points, beautiful assist and a board.
That crowd got pretty loud when he made it, didn't he?
Wenger, shut your mouth, or at least shut it down a little bit. It's going to be a 30.
30-second timeout, Culver.
So they're going to take a timeout. I think we're going to stick with it throughout this little 30-second. Really impressed here in the third quarter with the way Ryan James has kind of come out, taking charge, getting underneath the basket.
I've got Ryan James for 2 points, 3 boards here in the third quarter alone, leading a fast break. One on the team. It looked like. And like I said, Owen and Garrett Wagner have given us a spark off the bench.
Garrett Wagner, he's only been in there for a couple minutes, but he's got a couple rebounds and assists, a couple points.
A beautiful pass. I'm going to get on him about that missed free throw. He could have had an old-fashioned and one, but got a chance to see him today for the first time in a few weeks. It was great to see him. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay. Under a minute here to go. 28-22. Let's D up here. We get the ball, I believe, to start the fourth quarter. No good shots. Definitely no threes. Yeah. Owen a little bit too aggressive. Only our second team foul.
He didn't even try to deny that.
That's not a terrible foul right there. Makes them take the ball out about 30 feet from the basket.
He seemed a little frustrated with himself, but again, if you're going to have a foul, that was a good spot to have one at. Now look out, they've got 12 over there on the outside.
Lancers are kind of running a 2-3 zone. It looks like a box and one, but they still get a good shot out of it. That should be Lancer ball. Good. I thought for sure that was hit out. We got 5.5 to go. Let's get a good shot. It's not impossible for high school kids to get a good shot in 5.5 seconds. Okay, so don't just do something desperation, guys.
Colin Zarnecki makes every shot look like it's going to be a good one, doesn't he?
He does.
That one doesn't find its way to the net. We're at the end of 3 here. 28-22, 6-point game. Stick with us. We've got one more quarter to go. A little bit more scoring on the evening.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Richard down there leading the student section, getting everyone pretty amped up.
Oof. Risky pass. Somebody needs to come to the ball. That's the way. Oh, ooh, I was almost over and back.
Oh, that was a different little play that they had written up there.
Ryan James saves us a possession. Wow. Short. Nope, don't go over the back. He did a good job of holding off, I believe. I think he did a good job of not going over the back. It did kind of look like it. That should be Lancer possession.
Oh.
How can you can't call a timeout if you don't have possession, Coach.
Ortiz tried to save it.
Yes, he did
Colin
save it.
Zarnecki. Fortuitous positioning there. Lucas Plummer with another unforced turnover there.
Oh, bad bounce off the bottom of the backboard. Kept us from getting that board. Is that out of bounds, or are they going to call Ryan James?
They're going to call it.
Number 3 foul on Ryan. Only the Lancers of 4th here in the second half. Excuse me, 3rd. Even though he's got 3 fouls, I think he'll stay in the game.
Colin Zarnecki getting a hand in.
That's an and one right there. That's a nice move right there. Shane Schumann took Owen Smith. He knew he had the weight advantage and the size advantage. Trying to get this down to a 3-point game. This man has come alive, Shane Schumann, in the second half. Got him for 6, going for 7. 6'1" junior, 6-foot junior. Indeed, get this down to a 3-point game. And you said it earlier, Coach, we just can't shake these Cavaliers right now. Turnovers are just killing us. A little bit of feisty defense by Culver also. Ross Wagner looking to check in for Owen Smith.
Ross Wagner.
Tipped away. 20 Lancer turnovers.
That is not the number you want to see.
Mr. Michael Edison is very uncomfortable down there. No, it is not. It's not what you want to see. 20 turnovers in a high school game. This tightly contested. Ross Wagner, long rebound. Ryan James is going to take that as far as he can. Oh, I wish he would have pulled the trigger on that. Playing a little bit tight are the Lancers. Ooh, risky pass. Take that.
The basket just seems to get smaller and smaller on our side.
You know, he was too open. He was too open. Sometimes those are the hardest ones to make.
Owen Smith, it seems like his best shots are the ones that are most contested. Oh, good job on Ryan James there saving that for us. Kind of completing the steal.
If you will, you're right. Got him for 11 turnovers, Culver.
And I like Laville taking their time here. Passing the ball, getting a breath in.
Nice quick passes. 28-25.
If you're able to breathe, the moment gets a little bit smaller. Oh, Collins got to get that ball off.
They are playing very scrappy defense, Culver. Number 12 out there is just creating havoc.
Oh, Ryan James, 2 more. Say it in stereo, and that's all right with that. He's got a couple fans sitting over here in the bleachers.
He's got 6 points and 6 boards. Ryan James, are you becoming an offensive threat? At 5'10" on a tall day? And they do us a favor by throwing it away. 4:14 here, 30-25. Winding down to midway through the 4th quarter. 2-possession lead for the Lancers. Take care of that ball. It's always a good thing, always a good motto. Don't get trapped in a corner. He'll be shooting. He of the shot put variety.
Number 10, Oliver Morgan.
Now, Ryan James, we just bragged on you. Now, don't make us look like chumps.
Ryan James to the line for the Lancers, shooting 1 and the bonus. Goal substitution number 54, Austin Zahner.
Austin Zahner, 6'4" senior. We have not shot our free throws well tonight either.
No, that's going to be a focus in practice.
And that's a deadly combination, turning the ball over and missing your free throws. That's a 30 for Culver.
We'll just stick right here, I think, if it's okay with you. Yep.
Timeout, Culver.
Yeah, the rebounds have been going well for the Lancers tonight, which has definitely been what's keeping them in the game at this point.
So it's not our shooting.
It's not the shooting. It's not the passing. But again, a team that's young makes those mistakes. They're going to start to kind of gel a little bit and bring it all together.
Well, we're at the time of the season where we need to start seeing some fruits of that. I liked how we played against Academy. By and large, we shot well. We got a lot of opportunities at the basket. You know, and we'd like to see it build off of that momentum a little bit. Let's finish this last 3:49 strong here.
Ryan James guarding that inbound pass.
There's nice position. Yes, he did. They almost always will give that call nowadays. Ross Wagner, that's twice he's done that tonight, taking the charge. He didn't feel a thing, even though that boy's probably got about 30 or 40 pounds on him. Ross Wagner's a deceptively tough kid.
Ross Wagner started scoring last game. I'd like to see him kind of come in this fourth
too.
Put on a few.
Nice going, Ryan James. Take it all the way. It's tough to catch that pass in traffic right underneath the board. And that, they come back and hit a
Ortiz brings it back within 2.
That turnover, that kill you. Full timeout.
It will. It's going to make me want to take a timeout with them. Stick with us. We got a 30-28 game with 3 minutes left.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSA.
Kind of a unique time out there. I didn't really see Coach Edison's, either one of them, talk a whole lot to the Lancers.
I'm not certain with 21 turnovers they had much to say. That was almost an over and back. The Lancers know that there's a sense of somewhat of an urgency here, even though they're nursing a 2-point lead right now. They've got to take better care of the ball. There's only so much you can say and so many ways you can say it. Shannon Shearman, but we're sending Ryan James to the line. This has been a bugaboo for the Lancers tonight at the foul line.
Coming in for Cowan is going to be Owen Smith. Cowan Allen, that is.
I've got us for 2 for 7 tonight.
James will bump those numbers up for you here.
Culver's got a chance to tie. First tie of the night if they can, or even take the lead. They're first. As we said,
is all over that ball.
They've lost. They lost 2 nights ago to Oregon Davis. Oregon Davis is having a really tough year. Nice position by that young man. That's the 3rd time that's to happen. He's got it. He's got 9 points all in the second half. We got ourselves a ball game. New game, 30 apiece. 2:21 to go.
Took us 30 minutes to get here, but right back to where we started.
Now we got a D up. As good as we looked in the first quarter, the wheels have come off here. Had a 10-point lead. We actually had it up to 14 points early in the second quarter. And it's been all Culver since then. We're 30 apiece. Lancers had a 5-point lead at half.
Let's see the defense step up for the Lancers here.
Nice position right there. They're going to go inside if they can. Just like that. We got a delay of game call. That happens again. It's a tech. Lancers now, the back's up against it. They've got to, these last 105 seconds, they've got to really play some good offense.
How do they answer up to the pressure here?
Well, they've got probably one of them, probably amongst their most athletic lineups in there right now. Got to get the ball in the hands of the shooter. That was an over and back. 23 turnovers by the Lancers. Jack Edison does not like that call whatsoever. Neither does Michael.
We're going to take a full timeout. I'll let Coach go down there and kind of speak his piece. We'll be back in a minute here with more action from Daly Cox Gymnasium.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back. We've got a 32-30 lead for Culver Community with a minute and a half to go. 2 points by the Lancers here. Who were they from?
Ryan James got our only 2 points here in the fourth quarter at 1:31.
We got to get the ball around a little bit. You can see every time Zarnecki gets the ball in his hands, he's got 2 or 3 defenders on him. And no matter how good he seems to be playing, there's only so much you can do when you're that undercover. And
Lancers have only scored 11 points here in the second half. Shane Schumann's been the story of the second half. He's got all 11 points. All 11 of his points here in the second half. Kept the door open a little bit for the Lancers by keeping it a one-possession game. Oh, we got a break there, didn't we? I tell you, they really are emphasizing that lane violation business. Owen Smith's got a little bit of a nose issue. You can see the cotton in his nose.
I was going to comment when he came back in. It looked like he might have had a little bit of a bloody nose or something.
Yes. Raked him across the forearm. Ethan Keller. Yeah, I believe he did.
That's Ethan Keller's second on the evening.
Lancers are 3 from 8 from the line tonight. 3 for 9, excuse me, unofficially. He looks very good right there. Trying to get us back deadlocked here. They're going offense for defense right there, or toughness. They want to keep Schumann out of the getting position.
There we go. No moment too big for that freshman. Tie game here, 80 seconds to go.
14 points for Layton. I knew I was going to do that. Collins.
It was only a matter of time.
Garrett Wagner's got to be down there patrolling the inside. He's not going to let anybody get position on him. Well, Lancer's only got 5 team fouls, so he can actually use his butt to shove somebody out of position and not have it hurt us.
Oh, good job, Ross.
That's their 5th timeout right there. That saved them a possession. That ball hit Ross right in the hands. I would have liked to see him come out with that. Saved them a possession. It's our last timeout for Culver. It's going to be a full timeout.
That's good, because I need a full timeout. Game is all tied up, 32-32, 50 seconds left here. Stick with us through the timeout.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back here at Daly Cox Gymnasium. We were both commenting on how on both benches, the coaches just seem to be so cool and collected now, as opposed to earlier in the game where the Culver coach seemed to be pretty high octane. But even Coach Edison over on the other side looked almost like a social studies teacher down there talking to his kids.
Absolutely. And the kids were tuned in.
But under a minute here in a tie game, you don't want your energy to kind of bleed off on them.
You don't want to jump. You don't want to be jumpy at this time of game because that's going to make the kids a little jumpy potentially.
Oh, Ross Wagner.
Ross Wagner, talk to me. I think he had all ball. I think that was a legitimate call. Nice. That's body. That's body. That's body. Oh, the Culver fans aren't going to like that. That's almost never called.
I'm not turning around right now. Going to keep my eyes on the court.
13 seconds to go. Lancers are going to draw something up here. It's going to be a...
What do you think he's drawing up down there?
It's going to be a 20, a 30-second. I don't know. I would have thought a full timeout. We're going to get the ball into our shooter. It wouldn't be surprised if he comes back and calls a fall.
I've seen Garrett Wagner talking in the huddle a lot tonight.
Garrett Wagner was banged on going up for that shot. That might have been a makeup call. I don't see how they didn't call that. Culver fans are thinking the same thing on the possession down at the other end.
This is looking like the biggest possession of the game right now here with 13 seconds left to go.
Lancers lost a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. Didn't let it get beyond 2 points, fortunately. One possession. Lancers got to take good care of it here.
Really impressed with the tenacity that Culver's had tonight.
Okay, 3 seconds to go. We got a chance to ice this right here. He doesn't have any timeouts left. Herbert fouled out with just 3 points. One of their top scorers. Who gets the ball in the tight situation? The freshman. He was. I didn't like being surrounded by 3 guys right there. He kept his poise and got a shot off and drew the foul.
There we go.
Gives us a lead. Lancer faithful like that. Coach Edison wants a timeout. Cowan's pretty excited.
I have never seen that amount of energy coming out of Cowan.
That emotion out of Cowan. I haven't seen that much emotion from a Sarnecki since Layton buried a 3 last year to beat Triton.
They're going to take a full timeout. We'll take one too. But stick with us. This is turning out to be a pretty exciting last 3 seconds here. Welcome back to Daily Cox Gymnasium. 1 point game right now. 33-32. We've still got Colin Zarnecki up to the line.
Interesting to know, Culver has no outs and Lancers kept our guys on the free throw line. I like that strategy. Just in case he misses, they can bat it around and take some time off the clock. We're going to get a shot anyway. Just didn't go. What a beautiful, beautiful finish to a Lancer victory. We're going to take it. We're not going to throw this one back, but I'm going to tell you, there was a whole lot closer than it needed to be.
I want to point out with the game on the line, they had Michael Good down there on the court.
They did. Just long arms to bat the ball around.
What a confidence from the coaching staff to put him in there.
Sure.
And he's going to remember that too. But that is a 33-32 finish. Not quite the final score I thought we were going to have, but on the exciting game I anticipated.
A lot lower scoring than I would have that I anticipated. But that's a scrappy little team right there, walking off the floor in defeat. They have nothing to be ashamed of the way they came back. They looked dead in the water early in the second quarter, and they just amped up the defense.
Yep, they really buckled down. They had a couple real key contributors out there. Emiliano Ortiz, everything that we thought he was going to be. Scott Shearer promised us a good game from him, and he delivered. And then Schumann coming in there in the second half.
All in the second half, 11 points for that young man. Lancers, again, only scored 14 in the second half, but they scored just enough to beat the Culver Cavaliers, and then we're 2-1 in the conference, Coach.
2-1 in the conference. Now, it's been a while since we've had a conference game.
It has. They keep canceling them on us or postponing them. But that's got to break Culver's heart. They've got back-to-back one-point losses. They scored 20 fewer points tonight than they did the other night. But it was a tough-fought conference game. Hoosier North Athletic Conference. We've talked about these guys have only been playing for about 55 years every year, and it's a dogfight every time.
Thanks for coming in with me tonight, Mr. Wenger. It's a pleasure as always. Thank you to Jacob Zeiger down there, kind of leading a broadcasting crew full of junior high names that I'm not certain of all of them.
Bomber, let's see, Adam Aschenbrenner. We've got Kane, Miss Kane, Isabella Kane up there. And anybody else that we've missed, we'll catch you on the flip side.
Melissa Florian, but she is not a 7th grader. Thank you, everyone at home, for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll catch up next time.
Tune in tomorrow. I don't think we'll have the broadcast commentary going with it, but it is senior night for the girls. So that's going to be a big one for Faith Rock. Expect to see a lot out of her. And we'll have more games for you here in the coming weeks here on LVH1.
Good night, everybody.